Next thing we're going to go over is break falls. A lot of people seem to have problems with break falls early on. Some people don't feel comfortable taking break falls, and that will actually hurt your technique, especially when we get into throws and things like that. So some of the things we're going to go over right now are some tips and tricks, and then we will also do some throw Ukemi to show you how you can actually make your Ukemi from a throw a little easier. Basics, I'm actually going to start from the seated position. Okay, I'll do this from two angles. I'll do it from a front angle and a side angle, and we'll also get some overhead pictures so you can see what's going on. A lot of people tend to struggle at first with this. Some of the things you need to make sure you do is tuck your chin. You don't want to let your legs fly up. If you're ever up against a wrestler, they'll know how to roll you up real quick if your legs come up off the ground. You're not doing any huge lifting of your hips off the deck. You want to connect as much of your body with the ground at the same time as possible. It's distribution of weight. Somebody once explained it to me like this, that an elephant's foot, because of the size of the foot pad, actually produces less pressure per square inch than a woman's high heel because of the distribution of weight. So what we're trying to do is distribute our weight as we impact the ground, tuck our chin to protect our head, the back of our head, from hitting the deck. You can exhale a little bit. We don't require that you do a big kia or anything like that. I don't think you're probably going to really do that on the street if you hit the ground on the street. While I've seen people do like a kia or something on an impact, I've never seen, when they're doing the drills for a fall, I've never once seen somebody do a kia out of a fall from a throw. So practice as you preach, or practice as you play. Again, you want that 45 distribution. You're not landing on your wrists or your hands. You'll break your wrists. So again, we're going to be out, arms outstretched, 45 degrees. All right, now what that looks like from the side, again. Okay, the next one we do from a squatted position. It is essentially the same as the seated position. You're just adding a couple inches of height. Really, we're actually just building you up to a standing fall. But again, all we're doing on the balls of your feet, again, same principles apply. Tuck your chin, slap out at a 45. You're just going to fall back, okay? Slightly off the deck. Not this big thing up here, but just slightly off. Okay. Now, from the side, from the squatting, again, all right, I'm rushing to slap out. I know it sounds weird trying to slap the ground and hit the ground. You're like, why am I doing that? You are actually distributing the kinetic impact of your body. Okay, from the standing position, all we're doing really is just kind of cheating ourselves down into for the beginners, you're almost going to cheat yourself down into a squat and then a seated position. Okay, and if you do it slow while you're getting used to it and getting comfortable with it, again, it kind of just looks like this. And you're getting yourself prepared for the faster, more aggressive versions. Again, from the side. Now, when you get a little more proficient at it, I mean, you can come down real hard. It's fine. And you end up in the exact same position you do from the squatted to the seated. All right. Side falls are a little different. We will actually start with a drill before we go to the side fall so you can see what they look like. I'll get to the ground by doing a side fall, but I'm going to go through the drill here. All right, again, when we do the drill, I'll do it from this angle so you can see what's going on. The best drill we do, first off, the position you want, ball your foot in the back, want your legs akimbo because you do not want to slap your legs together. You do this on a fall and you're a dude, you're never going to do it again. All right? A little more forgiving for the ladies. Side of the foot, the blade of the foot's on the ground, your knees off the deck a little bit. Again, nice, soft, relaxed position. Keep your hand up in the guard. Slap out to the side, again, 45 degrees. Again, you're keeping your chin off the ground, or your head off the ground. Tuck your chin. For the drill, all we're going to do for the ground drill is just side to side. You're just going to get comfortable with that rotation. All right? Just so you get used to slapping out. Again, you're going to get aggressive with it. All right, that's the side-to-side drill. We'll do the side-to-side drill for people that are a little more uncomfortable with it. Sometimes we'll do it for everybody just to get back in the rhythm of it. Now, an actual side fall. You're going to take, so I'm falling to my right. I'm going to throw my right arm and leg in front of me. You can slow yourself down with your back leg if you need to. I'm going to do it real slow. It's going to look a little awkward. I'm bringing that foot in front of me, that hand in front of me, and I'm coming down. All right? Again, hand in the guard. I get used to slapping out and then bringing both my hands up, but this one's important. You get that slap, you can come back up. All right, again, you're bringing the sweeping motion in front of you. All right? From the other side. All right? I got that slap at 45, I'm not way out here, right here. Okay? Bring it back up, protect your face. Now, we also have a two-arm variant. I'll do that from this angle so you can see what I'm talking about. All right? Again, two arms like this for the two-arm variant. Next, we'll go over a front fall. I always have to remind myself on the front fall because I took McMap for many years, and McMap, because we're wearing a brain bucket, they make you tuck your chin up. For us, since we don't have a helmet, we're going to go left or right so that we don't smack our face on the deck. With a front fall, there's a couple of different ways we can do it. We can start from the squatted position and jump out into it. We'll start there on the ground. A couple of pointers and tips. One, I'm not landing like this. If you land like this, you will break your wrists. It's like a helicopter skid, okay? When I throw my feet out, I'm going to show you from the side first. Again, I've got a nice tight position here, and I've got my knees off the deck. I'm on the balls of my feet. Again, I've turned my head to the side. My arms are out like helicopter skid. I didn't land like this and then slide down. I landed like this, all right? Again, from the other side. Again, notice I've got my pelvis off the ground, my chin's to the side, I'm on my skids, knees are up, I'm kind of tucked in tight. I actually want to be a little tighter on the balls of my feet, not landing with my knees piling into the ground. It's actually got less points of contact than normally a back fall would, but you do want to keep yourself off the deck a little bit there. Nice and tight and tucked. And again, we can take it from the standing as you saw, or we can take it from the squatted, or on your knees actually, and just jump out. All right? We also do somersault with and without hands. It's got some of the same principles as back fall. When I go over, I will either land with or without hands. This, you do actually lift your tuchus a little bit more off the ground than you would for a regular back fall. But all the principles remain the same when you slap out for the ones that you do with hands. Without hands, you just kind of keep them trapped to your chest. Again, this is just to get your body used to the impact of hitting the ground from different throws and techniques that we do. Again, for somersault, I'm just going over my top. And for with hands, you're going to end up with a break fall with your tuchus a little bit more off the ground than you would for a regular back fall. All right, I do have that clearance underneath me. Again, I'm landing with 45 degrees. Again, I'm keeping my chin off the ground. Now, without hands, again, I'm going to keep them trapped to my chest. Looks like this. Shoulder rolls are a problem for a lot of folks when they're first starting off. You'll notice I'm all the way back here because I'm going to end up over there. You can either end up with a shoulder roll where you roll to the standing, or you can end with a side fall. What we're going to do here, some of the pointers and some of the tips, and it's going to look a little weird when I do it the first time because I'm actually going to leave my body in contact with the mat the whole time. Not how we normally do it, but I want you to see the back of my hand, my shoulder, and my back all kind of hit a line on the mat. So I'm going to leave my hand down the first time I do this. This is not how we normally do it. I just want you to see all the points of contact. You are going to go in the direction that your knee and your shoulder and your arm are facing. I've seen people go caterwaul to the left and the right because they're going like this or they're going like this. Your alignment with your forward leg when you're doing a right side roll is going to be with your shoulder and your arm. As long as you keep those on the same plane, you will go straight. If you tuck in or tuck out, you will go to the sides. All right, again, I'm going to leave my arm in contact with the mat. We normally don't do this, just so you can see how I'm connecting with the mat. All right, I was a little bit off there because I was too focused on touching the mat the right way. But as you can see, my arm and my back get in contact with the mat. Now, what that looks like normally, without stopping for instruction, again, I'm heading for that corner of the mat. I'm pointing in that direction. I've got this roll. I've got my chin tucked so I can roll across my shoulder. If I leave my head up, I'm going to eat the mat. You don't want to do that. Now, if you noticed, when I came up, I tucked my knee. That allowed me to continue my forward momentum and allowed me to come up into the standing. It's one of those things I forgot to talk about before I entered the move. Realized as I was doing the move. Tuck my knee in and allowed me to come up into the standing. Again, one more time for demonstration, then I will show you with a side fall. Okay. Now, you do cover a lot of ground with this. Now, with side fall, it's going to look like this. All right, I've got that side fall. Come up with the block and the guard like I always do, like a good side fall. Just right there. Quickly, I'll demonstrate on the left side. It's the exact same thing. All right. All right, let's do the standing. And then with a break fall. One more time. Sorry. Also, a little bonus in there, if you watch closely, you'll see me ride my hand along Sensei's back. That actually eases the break fall for me, so I can take a lot of these. We didn't show that earlier when we were doing break falls. Just catch that as I'm doing that, and just be aware that's how I take so many break falls without really having it hurt too much.
All right, so one more time. Go.